Good morning, peeps. Fucking slow this morning. Ain't nothing going on, man, but I've been busy on the computer getting shit done. Fucking Claw just came to the door a second ago. I came over here and then he just disappeared. I don't know what the fuck he wanted. He was meowing at the door. But I gotta get ready, man. We're leaving. I can't sit here. I'm gonna go donate and I wanna get out. I wanna get out there, so I'm tired of being stuck in the house. I need to meet people, talk to people. I need to think, and it helps me think when I walk. So, I might be doing a few things today. Right now, I'm going to go try to get money from Plasma. We're going to go to the one in Detroit, see what they say, if we get $100 or not. And if we can't get $100 there, we're going to the other place to get $35. So I've been charging this fucking. I've been going through all my chargers and fucking cords. I found my other cord that I bought, this long one. It's a really nice, expensive one. I've been charging the light, which. I can't even hear myself think when that thing's going off. I can't talk and hear myself think. It's because it's so loud, but I have it so I can hear it. I got to get used to it, It's been a minute. So, if you have any Apple fucking chargers, man, save them. I'm telling you, they're 10-watt chargers, all right? And they'll charge your devices fast, and they're fine. They're perfectly safe. You can use them with all your other newer electronics. They're good. And then these LG travel chargers are the shit, too. They charge this phone fast as fuck, man. And then this is the only flashlight that I have found that actually works as a flashlight. It'll have this T on it. It'll have a T. I have that cord. That cord is from the same company. This long orange cord that my fucking cat keeps on chewing on. This is the best cord that I found so far, which I haven't used that black one yet. It's my first time using it. It's brand new. I'm about to see how it does. I'm hoping it does well because I know I'm going to need a few of them. And, USB-C, I like USB-C. It's better than micro USB. Way better. So, I charge that up for a minute, man. I got to get going. It's 8:30. I bought a bunch of fucking extra plugs, wires. You have to have them, like these are, you don't have too many of these, USB-C to USB-C. Most of them are regular USB to USB-C. Which I've been charging the GoPro. I'm going to take this with us. I want to start snapping pictures, and this actually takes decent pictures for what it is. It's original GoPro Hero, but I put the 8GB SD card in there. So this is going with us. I know it's a little shady day, but, I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know if I'm going to end up in Detroit or if I'm going to end up in Westland, but since I'm walking such a distance, I'm bringing it with me. So this one always goes with me. There's my hair. This one always stays in my backpack, which I got to put it back on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I always keep it on there, but I had to charge it. And usually I have it set up to where I can just set down my backpack and charge it on the backpack. But I keep it on here in case of emergencies. So you can already see it stretched. Well, you can't see because I don't have it down. You see I already have the thing stretched out, and then I have this pushed down. That way I can just set down my backpack and do this. I can turn on the flashlight. And we shine this way. I literally set down my backpack and I have light where I set down my backpack. And since we're traveling today, we're on foot and we're going a long distance. This needs to be turned down. It's driving me fucking nuts. Always bring toilet paper. That's number one rule. Facts. I have a couple bucks. That's another reason why I'm leaving. I can ride the bus if I decide to. Um, I have a couple bucks left from yesterday from that guy that bought the ABS sensor, which I didn't mention, which I don't really like mentioning, but this is for teaching purposes and stuff, marketing purposes, that type of stuff, and God stuff. I gave him a bunch of extra shit. I gave him, because he said that his brakes were sticking on his 1500. So I gave him the master cylinder from the 2500, which works. So now he has a better master cylinder. It's the same thing, just stronger. I gave him the Hydro Boost so he could rebuild his if that's what's wrong with his. And then he got the ABS sensor for $25, which that could be it too. There could be many things. And then I gave him both airbags because I don't need them. Nobody was buying them. I removed them off my thing. I think that's all I gave him. Yeah, that's what I gave him. I gave him all that shit. This goes in the backpack. We don't need it right now. So we brought toilet paper, USB cord, gotta have it. This is another good one too. I like this black one. It's actually, you can actually roll it up, which I usually do. I've been being lazy today. I like it because you can actually take this and fucking do this with it, even though it's starting to break because I used it so much, but bam. It's nice, It actually cost me like $12 for that wire, but I've had it for over a year now, and it's still working compared to all the other ones that last only, a week or two. And you gotta the reason why I buy them too, the high quality ones, and I try to stay with name brand ones is because those cheap ones you buy, they'll stretch out your charge port on your phone. That's why people's charge ports are getting loose, because they're spending the money on the cheap shit. Another way to charge your phone fast, or your devices fast, or one of these. You gotta get one of these, man. I'm telling you. This thing fucking has 12 amps. That's what you want. There's my little stars. I like leaving it on. But we're about to ride out. I checked the weather. It said that it's going to have light showers this morning. Which we need to bring this just in case. Always bring snacks. I was trying to think if I forgetting anything. We're going for a long ride, so I already ate breakfast. I'm not bringing lunch with me. But yeah, it just says the forecast today. Says light rain, 66, partly cloudy, sunny for the rest of the day. I'm trying to leave early so we get back at a decent time. And I didn't give my cat a bath because she was sleeping. She went right back to sleep, and she's doing fine. She's doing good. She has to understand that I gotta go, though. Well, we gotta go, because we're together. Yeah, I'm just bringing the licorice in case I get hungry. That type of stuff needs sugar. Probably be a good idea to eat a couple too before I walk into the donation place. Which I'm gonna drink the rest of that milk. Alright. I'm ready. Gotta lock up the house. The keys are in the backpack, which we'll double check in a second. I already put away everything that's important to put away. You gotta put stuff like that away, you do. Alright. Always double check, man. I'm not trying to climb through windows, break windows, that type of shit. Wallet, keys, we're good. The phone was with me, that's what's recording. Alright, I'm just gonna check the windows and we're good. Alright, baby girl. I'm gonna give you some water and we're out of here. You have food, girl. Here's some water. She probably hates me. She probably thought I was gonna put down some food. Which I already had to pee again. Which means I'm gonna go behind the garage. Well, behind the house, I mean. Man, I really hope it don't come down. I'm not wearing a jacket. I don't believe it's gonna come down. I was out here for a minute checking it out, feeling it myself. Yeah, it's everywhere. Literally like 6 cats just ran off. What's up, kitties? Alright. I had to use the bathroom. We're off. I know I didn't wash my hands, which is gross, but I didn't touch anything, so. They say if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with yourself, so I don't touch it at all. Unless I have to. It's nice outside, man. We gotta walk, man. And hopefully, my fucking hamstrings are hurting from stretching. I do it every day, though. So after the video cut off, because the video cut off the last one I uploaded. I knew it was going to, but I just didn't care really, It's normal. It's part of life. You get cut off all the time. That's why I'm serious. Everything I've been uploading, everything I've uploaded has not been edited. Not one thing. It was just straight recording, upload from the phone. I still got to get all the editing software that I had downloaded already. Fucking stupid. Which, the other laptop, my Windows laptop, has... I'm going to be using that. That has stuff on it, but that's Windows. I want to explore Linux. Linux is my thing, so... Which, it's going to be a little bit more difficult doing a lot of the stuff with Linux. Because you got to, piece it together, you're going to have to source everything, and because it's free, But a lot of times the free programs are better. Because they're developed by more people instead of just a company. The company's in it for the money, most of them, And see that tree? That tree is diseased for sure. That should be taken down. A lot of these trees over here are they're rotted. I love this area though. I've just always loved this part of Detroit. I've actually wanted to get a house in the Rosa Park area, but the only way I can afford a house over there is one, I'm selling drugs, or two, I'm working at the companies that I was working at. Most people can't even afford to heat those homes. They're so fucking big. Especially during the winter. That's why they have those big fireplaces and shit. All those homes were built in the early 1900s and stuff. People were used to the cold back then more than they are now. People were more tough back then, man. You can see it. You can just watch. You can watch all the videos. You just watch how people were and how they acted. Everybody now is whine. Everybody, that's why I don't talk to any of my family. All they do is fucking whine. That's all they know how to do. It's aggravating. Or bitch about other people. Always pointing out other people's flaws. What the fuck, dude? But as soon as you point out their flaw, they fucking go ape shit, And then you go ape shit on them, they call the police because they're fucking cowards and bitches. That's why I don't even go around any of them. They're nothing but a fucking threat and fake. A fake threat. That's what I call it. I stay away from them. It's just complete ignorance. Pure ignorance. It's nice out. So, I might be going into some businesses today, man. I'm telling you, and telling them, hey, you need something cleaned up, you need something done. That's what I'm about to be doing. So I'm on the road, I do YouTube. I need a few extra bucks. It can be any place, you know. That's what I'm really good at, is organization, setting up businesses, that type of stuff. Like plans, or like planning stuff out, you know, drawing stuff out, building stuff, you know, fixing things. That's like, that's what my specialty is. I look for businesses that are kind of fucked up, you know what I mean, that need help. And I kind of just like weasel my way in there in a sense. I look for family-owned businesses, weasel my way in there that they really need help, and I change their business around for them. It's hard to do sometimes. It took me, the last company, Michigan Imported Cars, it took me over a half a year just to get the boss, the owner, to be comfortable enough for me to, you know, go through everything and start fixing the place up. Which, you know, because of me speaking Jesus and me meeting Margarita, well, Margot, she hates being called Margarita. I need to stop. Call her Margot. But, you know, I met Margot, and like I said, me talking Jesus all the time, the people that, one of the guys that he hired because we needed help, I told my boss to hire this guy, you know, because I was like, you know, people deserve second chances in a sense, you know, like he asked me first, you know, should we hire this guy? And I feel bad that it didn't work out, but I don't even know if the guy's still there. I haven't been back up there. I haven't. I was about to listen, man, I was about to do videos. I was about to do car stuff there and everything for my boss, man. Get his business popping, but everyone was, they were too busy doing them. We'll just leave it at that. And I felt bad because a lot of them are good people. You know, they are good-hearted people. The people that work there, especially the owners, are amazing. It was just that one person. It's always that one person, you know. And he came in and he started a bunch of bullshit because he worked there before me, right? And, you know, so here I am, you know what I mean? The whole place is different. It's been changed around. He didn't, you know, for the better, you know, he was envious. And he was older than me too, so, you know, and I got this baby face, so everybody fucking thinks they can press me. He found out real quick. Let's just say he ran from the phone to call the police. Stupid. It's funny is I went back there to go get my stuff's still there. Because I went to the counter to go grab my stuff, and he told me not to step behind the counter. I was like, who the fuck are you? I was like, you're the fucking reason why I left. I was like, come here, bitch. And he fucking ran for the phone. My boss was like, please, I don't want this here. And there was customers in there too. I want to snatch them up. The customers were like, ah! I knew not to touch him though. He ran right to the phone, right next to my boss. Coward like a little bitch. I hope he sees this video. You're a hoe. Lucky I don't say your fucking name, stupid bitch. And what's funny is he sit there talk shit and stuff, and this whole time, like, the fucking bosses don't even like him, you know what I mean? They felt bad for him. Stupid. I was trying to get a job here. The guy told me to come back. They're just not getting a lot of work, you know, and they have a hiring sign. But I told them I'd be leaving soon. I think that's what hit them. But they need a paint technician. And they always got these cool ass vans in there, man, and they got a lot of parts from my truck that I want. They got, ooh, look at that. She sounds nice too. They got a lot of grills and different stuff for my truck. This is where you come in Detroit if you want fucking conversion van parts, man. I'm telling you. This guy is the plug. Like, you see these conversion vans? If you got a family van like this right here and you're in the hood, this is the guy to come to, man. He'll hook you up, I'm telling you. Guys, and he does good work too. Like, his cars have been in Autorama type stuff, you know what I mean? I've seen his work. There's a lot of his cars are out on the road. Him and his it's gotta be a family member, I think. I'm assuming. Again, I'm assuming. Which I'm probably wrong then. So see, like that tire shop, you know, like going to places like that. But those are all, they're Arab brand, most of them around here. So they're not gonna want me. The only thing they're gonna want to have me do is do tires. They ain't gonna want nobody up in their business. I'm not sitting there hoofing tires. My body's too banged up for that. I'm straight. I'll use this. And I got Jesus anyways. Jesus takes care of me. All these cars sit up here, all these Beamers, man. They've been sitting up here for a while. You never see it open. I can't imagine how much it costs to pay for that lot. I'm assuming it's already paid for, though. I bet you in the 90s that place was popping. Things were different in the 90s, you know. They had hotlines and stuff, you know. In the 90s, before the internet, like late internet, you know, like the late 90s, before early 90s, late 80s, there was the internet, but it was mostly phone, you know. A lot of, you know, people had connections across seas and stuff. You know, that's how, like, my last boss, that's how he made most of his money, you know, was getting, you know, fucking shipments from the UK, from, you know, for all these Jags and Triumphs and all that stuff. And then he literally, the building that I worked at during the 80s, he said he had tables of girls sitting at the table with phones. There was like 20 phones, and they'd be ringing and they'd be calling, you know, can you get this part? Can you get this part? Can you get this part? It was different back then, you know. He said you would have people waiting in the lobby all day. It's not like that anymore. Because of the internet, it fucked a lot of things up for him. He had to do different things to survive. Which, you know, I've mentioned some of those things, which it's funny that he mentioned that because I've done those type of things. I've worked under people's names before. So, which is what we might have to do. We might have to find someone that is willing, that is hurting, that is willing to let me operate underneath them, that's something to do with electronics or something real quick. So I can set up shop somewhere maybe and fix stuff. I gotta start bringing in a big cash flow. And I don't have 1,000 subscribers. YouTube ain't giving me any money yet. So gotta do it on my own. So I'm walking like 5 miles that way, which is south. I'm heading south, basically towards Ohio in a sense. If I stayed in a straight line, I'd walk right into Ohio. It'd be like Toledo area. I love this stuff, man. I love being out. I can't stand sitting at the house unless it's doing stuff like I do. I've been going crazy, man. And it's now not running a business like fully full-time, you know, like a 9-to-5 business. It's been a change. It's weird. All the businesses I've ran have been 9-to-5 businesses. All the businesses that I've helped have been 9-to-5 businesses. So I'm kind of struggling with this a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little different. I'm still trying to piece together everything. But I've always been on the road, so I know how to get jobs quick. You know, I've always been able to get side gigs, so that's what I'm kind of going to be relying on. But that's why I've been developing these applications and stuff. I'm really, the stuff I got going on. That's all I can really say. I can't really tell you much more than that. No traffic. So I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna actually walk to the first place. I don't want to spend the money yet on the bus ticket. That's nice anyways. And it's not that far. It's really not. See, the dollar store ain't even open yet. They just opened. Like they just now opened the doors. So I wanted to get out earlier, but I had to charge up the phone. My dumbass uploaded the video and forgot to plug in the phone. So it used like 30% of the juice. It takes a lot of processing power, a lot of battery power to upload an hour video. It does. It has to upload it and then process it. Which processing doesn't really take that long. It's the uploading part. The uploading always takes forever. It does. And if I do a video, you know, I'm doing an hour video, more than an hour video. It's a 9 gigabyte file every time, which is funny because that's one of my favorite numbers. The ones I've been studying. Obviously, I study all numbers, but I have my numbers that I like. Which there's a lot of them, but there's really 3, which is 9, 5, and 63, and then the other one is 7, and then 13. There's many of them. 17 is another one. 17 is really significant. Which I've been slowly sharing this stuff. You can look all this stuff up. It's not hard to look all this stuff up. I would just make sure though when you're looking this stuff up that you're looking up on like a university site. Like like a scientific site, not some fucking forum and listening to some fucking douchebag fucking kid doing a bunch of shrooms saying just don't listen to that bullshit. God is spirit, so it's starting to get hot. I'm about to fucking take off this hoodie, which I just fucking put on the shirt I had on yesterday. I gotta get money today, man. It's frustrating me. People ain't buying this damn transmission. Fucking 2,200 people. More than that. I gotta take off this hoodie. I gotta smash the rest of this coffee. I'm tired of carrying this cup. Which means I'm gonna have to piss really bad soon. So much better. It didn't sound too bad, did it? That was an SUV that flew by that sounded like that. Listen here. I really hope I get $100 from this Octapharma, but I have a feeling that I'm not going to. Which means we'll be walking to Westland, Wayne area. Which means I gotta ride the bus. Which means I gotta find another dollar because the money I have is on the card, all I have is a single. But I guarantee I can find $1 in bottles. Do it all the time. It's fucking ridiculous how many bottles are on the ground. It's sickening. Which, hold on a second, I gotta fucking... I snapped the bottom of the fucking thing, didn't snap the top, now it feels weird. Which I like to actually snap the top, not the bottom. The only time I snap the bottom really is when I'm bike riding. I try to keep it tight so it doesn't swing. Especially when I'm riding the trails, I'm hitting jumps, you know, fucking tabletopping them. Which it's driving me crazy not having a bike. I shouldn't have gave that bike away. It's falling apart though, man. It was. I was beating the fuck out of it. And that bike, it was a Chinese knockoff of the real deal, you know? I got it quick. I only paid $125 for it. And what's crazy is if you go on Facebook Marketplace, people are asking $300-400 for those bikes still. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, it did have disc brakes. It did. It was a decent bike, man. I mean, I was doing the stuff that, you know, people are doing on these fucking $3,000 bikes. You know what I mean? It shows you don't need a fucking $3,000 bike to look cool. It's funny because half of those people on those trails, right? They're all riding around. All these guys are riding around all those expensive ass bikes, and they're not even doing anything. They're not jumping. They're not fucking flying through there. They're just riding. It's like, it surprised me that there weren't as many people riding like me. That's why I'm heading out of Michigan, man. It's boring here. There's no cool people. Everybody's fucking boring. At least where I'm at, my neighborhood. I can't afford to live in the big neighborhood, in the rich neighborhood where all the fucking cool fucking kids are. Everywhere I live, everybody wants to sell drugs. I like that Jeep. Glad I brought that licorice. I'm getting hungry again. Probably should have ate more. Oh well. If I get $100, I'll get some meat. I don't think I'm gonna get $100. Because I went there a month ago and fucking the lady lied to me and fucking the computer system was fucked up. And it was raining, it was shit. And I just needed money. I just needed $20 for the day. I did not give a fuck. I just wanted to get food and get back home. It was that bad of a day. It was terrible. I was upset too, like pissed, man. You'll see those days. Probably gonna break in the phone or something, knowing me. Hopefully the phone not go. No, I'd rather break the nipple, break the phone. Then I can't do any videos. I'm gonna have to fucking... If I lose this phone, I'm fucked. Everything's riding on this phone right now. Everything. I quit my whole career for this, man. Unless I make a lot of money. I miss it. It's been hard not having that money. Consistent coming in every week. That's why I know Jesus is real, because he's been taking care of me every day. And I'm about to go fucking piss in these woods. Get off the road. Guess you guys can see the river. The nasty ass river. Fucking everybody fucking throwing trash down there. They don't give a fuck, man. It's so bad. It's sad. A person that throws trash out the window like that, you don't want them in your life, man. If they don't feel bad about it, you don't want them in your life. Here it is. You can't really see far down now because it's all grown over. Shopping cart. But all right there, all along that hill, nothing but trash. You just can't see it because of the greenery. Which I'm about to go piss right here in these fucking trees right here. Which y'all can watch the traffic. I'll be right back. I'm back. See back there, you have Eliza Howell Park, and they're doing like a conservation thing back there. Might show you guys. They got a fucking cool ass like teepee they made out of vines. They planted the vines, it looks like, these trees, and then as they grew, you know, they tied them up a certain way, like a bonsai tree, and created these big ass like fort. It's like a fort. It's cool. If I get $100 and the fucking right over here and it's not shitty, I'll take you guys back there. Might get shot back there. You ain't gonna get shot back there, not during the day at least. That's where you go to shoot though. Might take the gun back there, go boom. No, probably not a good idea to do that on camera. Would be bad. It's not on private property, you know? You gotta do that shit on private property. And not in the city. You gotta be on your own property and far away. That's why I won't rack mine off unless somebody's coming at me. I really want to go in there and get this. This is the place I was talking about that gave me they gave me a chicken and a biscuit for $2. $1.75 the other day. Well, a couple weeks ago. It was just one big ass fucking boneless chicken breast, a piece, chicken strip. He gave me a biscuit and fucking gave me a fucking packet of honey. I poured the packet of honey on there. That bitch was banging. Good as fuck. I like chicken in the morning. Like, fucking, what's that fucking, Chick-fil-A? That place is pretty good. There ain't nothing going on right now, man. Another gloomy morning, everybody heading to work, working. Which I want this transmission to sell so I can help Bill out. I wanted to get that car before it sells, but everyone that comes looking at this trans on bullshit. The only one that was serious was Pedro, but I'm not calling my uncle, dealing with my uncle. It's not happening. I don't feel like dealing with him. That's how stubborn I am. I'll wait. Which I really wanted to put the transmission in the truck, because it is a heavy duty transmission. If I replace the torque converter bolts, I'll put, brand new oil in the trans and the torque converter, that thing will last for a long time. And if I don't beat on it, I'll have a good running truck, man. Everything's been replaced on that truck for the most part, other than the back brakes. That's all I gotta really replace at that point. And the rear end is worn out. That rear end's got 240,000 miles on it. But I was thinking about just buying the Yukon kit from fucking Rock Auto, slapping the Yukon rear end in it. And I can keep it light. I can keep that rear end, which is still light. I'd rather actually have the 6-axle than the 6-lug than the 8-lug, because it's lighter. I'm not going to be doing the truck is going to Margarita. It's going to Mago, so she ain't going to be beating the piss out of it. You know what I mean? She's going to take care of it. She's going to, it's going to drive nice. It's going to be lighter, better on gas, cheaper to repair, if you think about it. And there's nothing wrong with the rear end. It just needs some leaf springs in the back, which that's why I bought those air shocks in the first place. That's why I put those on instead for now. Which those are cheap. You can buy a whole kit for $100 for pretty much any Ford or GM from Rock Auto and slap it in the back of any truck SUV. And you can fucking put air in it from an air compressor, and it's so much better. So much better. It stiffens up the truck. Way better than the stock shit. It's only $100, and they're easy to put in. You just got to be careful with the plastic lines. Make sure, if you do buy a kit and you put it in, make sure you really think about, you climb underneath the vehicle, you really think about where those plastic lines are going, because you don't want them next to any exhaust or anything that's gonna make them melt or catch anything, snag on something, So you just gotta run the wires and just zip tie everything. Duct tape. That's when you can use duct tape. You don't put duct tape on your house on the fucking screen like my dad. Make the house look like a fucking crack house. What the fuck? Spend all that money every month, helping me split the rent, and you're fucking putting duct tape on the house? What's wrong with you? There's just little shit like that all day long, just little shit like that would be happening, and I would ask him why you did it, and he's just became problems. It was time for me to move on, man. I'm not supposed to be living with my dad at 30, man. I don't know why I even listened to him talking. I know what it was, though, is I felt bad because he's been taking care of my brothers, you know what I mean, that side of the family so long, dishing out all that money, My second oldest brother just riding him, taking advantage of it the whole time, which is not even my real dad, and I'm just tired of being put in the middle of it. That's your fucking dad, you know what I mean? Those are your kids. Just leave me the fuck alone, man. I'm a grown man now. Leave me the fuck alone. You don't want any help from me, he said. He said you don't want no money. Whatever. I showed him that money. I showed him my money. He said I don't want it and took off. What are you gonna do? I I can't. The only thing I can do is send him money, man. That's the only thing I can do is find out where he's at and send him money in the mail. That's all I can do. Which, out of all my family, he's the only one that I will do that to, and my grandma and my Uncle Chris. Those are the only three. Everyone else can just go eat a nut. If they want money from me, they better fucking contact me and do something. Work. Change your life. I might give them $1. I'm going. It says green. They're supposed to stop, so let's see if they stop. I actually like Mitsubishi cars. The older 90s ones. I would love to own a Dodge Avenger. The older ones, the SRTs. Like the Mitsubishi 3000 GT looking one, the all-wheel drive, 6-speed, turbo, that'd be nice. I'm sure those cars are fucking finicky and fucking expensive as fuck to build up though. Like, you gotta be really passionate about that car and fucking, you're basically spending a whole house in it, you know? You better love that car to do that. Which, you know, I've done. I've done it. Done it many times. Doing it now, I'm about to do it now for Margarita. That truck is gonna have a good 50 G's in it when I'm done with it. Easily. If you talk, you want to put in work, you know what I mean? If you were to pay for someone to do it, easily 50 G's. By the time I'm done, which today I want to do computer work. I was gonna get some stuff going. I gotta start tearing out the interior out of that truck as well. And we're gonna be doing a little bit of research tonight, hopefully. I'm trying to get money right now. That's the main goal right now. Money and weed. I have food for the next 2 days. I gotta get a little bit of cat food. So really, first thing is money. Right this moment, I gotta get weed for the next couple days. I'm out. So I've been smoking a lot, which I'm thinking about. See, here's the thing that was bugging me though, is I went and tried so Flower Bowl has their own kind of weed, right? They have halves on sale, but their weed just don't get me there. It's cheaper than the Narvona. It's $15 an eighth instead of 23. So if you think about it, you know, I'd have a little bit of extra money to spend elsewhere on something else, you know? You know, maybe a cartridge, right? But every time I do that, I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with the quality. It's not there. That Rosetta Stone, I had a Rosetta Stone. That Rosetta Stone was all right. I'm thinking about maybe getting that today. Maybe, I don't know. I need those jars though. That's another thing too. That's another reason why I always buy those fucking Narvonas. I like the weed. It tastes good. The high is always there. And I get the jar. Which, knowing me, is most likely what I'm going to come home with, because I know if I come home with it, I'm going to be happy, right? If I come home with the other one, I'm not happy, I'm going to be pissed. So what's the point, right? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't. But we'll see. Like I said, I was happy with that Rosetta Stone, but that's also because the dude that I like up there, the black dude, he was like, bro, I was kind of short on money that day, you know? And I really, really wanted a cartridge and flour, and I wasn't getting flour and a cartridge unless I went down, you know, on the flour price. So he's like, this stuff is good. And it was him, so that's why I did it, and he was right, it was good. Which, I think I just went in there the other day to get some. There's a dude in there that fucking, his face, he always looks like he's upset or pissed off. He just has like that rust bitch face, you know, and it's a dude. And I'm like, bro, you always look like you're upset. I think it's just the face. He's like, yeah, it's just the face. After that, we kind of kicked it off, you know. It was kind of awkward dealing with him before I said that, but he mentioned that that they had the Nirvana. They took some of the Nirvana and put it on their for sale rack in the flower bowl packages, which surprised me. So that tells you it's high quality because they do that, you know what I mean? They'll run a sale and stuff. They'll get rid of their stuff, try to, you know, because it's getting old. You know, it's been on the shelf. They gotta, you know, move it. So they'll unbag it and and then they'll sell it at a clearance sale with their logo. So he said if it's really, they won't do it with shitty weed, supposedly, which I don't believe that, but because I've had some shit weed from there. I've had shit weed from all of the dispensaries that I've gone to. You gotta, labels don't mean shit. Labeling usually don't mean shit. And I can tell you this, most of the time when I go to these dispensaries, the more you spend, like if you see like a bunch of art and it's all colorful and all this other shit, it's usually shit. I'm serious. Look for the stuff that's more simple, like the containers that have just got less, you know, just more simple. I'm telling you, that's why I bought the Nirvana, because all it said was Nirvana, right? And it was in a box. And then the name, you know, there was the letters and stuff, the numbers, there was three halos, you know, and I'm a Jesus Bible fucking thumper freak, so. And then I ended up getting a hat too, because the guy was there. So I ended up checking it out, and I'm happy with it, man. I'm really happy with it. I'm actually hoping they have white in there. I would really like some sativa, man. I've been smoking straight nothing but indica and hybrid, but those make me sleepy, man. They make me tired. They do. That, you know, I'm looking for something more for creativity today. I need something that will lift me up, you know? That's that problem. That's what happened with that weed last night, too. It wasn't the right weed. It made me nauseous last night because I was smoking it out of that aluminum foil. That's what it was. I'm like positive that's what it was. It's because I'm smoking that aluminum foil. And fucking, it's indica, so it made me sleepy, you know? It made me stuck. So I'm really hoping for a white box. We'll see. Maybe they have it and I don't see it. It's in the back or something, you know? We're getting weed today regardless. That's not an issue. Because I'm going to the plasma place. I'm going to get money unless my temperature fucks up or something like that. My heart rate, which has happened. I've walked all the way to these places before. Just like now. I'm talking, you know, it takes a good hour and a half, 2 hours to walk 15 miles, you know? You get there, that's the only thing you're riding on to get some food. They tell you no and you gotta ride back, walk all the way back. Listen, it's happened to me more than a few times. This ain't this ain't my first rodeo though, so I've gone days without eating, weeks almost, so on purpose. You have to. You have to push yourself. I was violently ill, man. I was getting sick, man. There was something wrong with me. I didn't know what it was. I was hitting my 30s. I hit 33, man, 32, 33. My body, man, all that weight and overeating and just that lifestyle, it was killing me. It was killing me. I was dying. I'm serious, I was dying. I cried every day just to put my boots on, just to go to work. just to go to work every day. Fuck that. Good, I'm straight. Ain't happening. How long is it? 55 minutes. So hopefully this place, I know this place has Wi-Fi. I upload the video then. Usually when you go in these places, if you haven't been in there, it takes a minute, especially if it's busy. You could be in there 2-3 hours sometimes, you know. But it's early in the morning, you know, and nobody's doing shit. Everybody's working. Nobody's fucking calling me on my stuff or Facebook. As of yet, I might get off the phone. There might be tons of messages. Sometimes Facebook Messenger, like, it's weird. Like, the messages won't pop up right away until like a half an hour after they already sent it. I don't know if it's their computer servers or what, or if it's just my app is not syncing to the servers to get the message. It's probably what it is. You know, I am on Metro PCS, which is T-Mobile, which I'll be going through all that stuff too, showing everybody like what APNs are and how phones operate on the, you know, cell phone networks, all that stuff. I'm going to be breaking down everything on a theoretical basis soon. But I can't do that until people subscribe, right? You know, I gotta have money for this equipment. I gotta have, you know, there's certain things I need to be able to provide these resources for people, you know, and I'm just starting. So that stuff is basically being put on hold until, you know, I reach my goal where I need to be before I can do those things for everyone. So if that's something you want to see, you know, network topology and weather and fixing electronics, like soldering and, you know, building robots, that type of stuff. Guns. I love guns. Mostly the guns I'm going to be taking you to people that I know that already have them or already know about all that stuff. So that's why I call it Life Stories Perspectives, you know. I love all that stuff, but my specialty really is Linux. It's programming and computers and cars, really, you know, and guns. But my strong suit, period, is just Linux and Jesus. That's my strong suit, and many other things, but that's definitely my strong suit. So, you know, I'm building everything on top of that in a sense, you know, my networking topology, and then my networking topology and my programming skills, which my programs aren't released yet, so it's kind of difficult for me to make the money I need right this second, because they're not done. I didn't want to even start the YouTube till I was done, but that didn't make any sense to me, because one, the main reason why is I was running out of money fast. I'm spending more money than I'm making money. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I had to start making the videos. And I had to get comfortable doing it, you know. I've never done this before, you know, as far as recording everything personally for, you know, my personal life and, you know, whatnot, going up to people, you know, and seeing how they react, because I'm not doing whatever everybody else is doing. You know, they're doing their channels, right? But a lot of them are staying within their community, their channel, you know, they're their friends. They're not going out and about like me, traveling the world, you know. I'm going to be diving into culture, man. We're going to be going into all these marketplaces, looking for foods. We're going to be going into these different forests and looking for different flowers and stuff. We're going to be checking out the ocean. We're going to be looking for all these different fish, you know what I mean? And, you know, studying them, all that stuff. We're going to be looking for pollution and find out where like the worst pollution places are, and which I already have a lot of that stuff already bookmarked. Which I actually forgot to share with you guys. If you go on my Facebook, you can see the heat wave that's over the Atlantic right now. It's the biggest heat wave that they've seen in over 170 years. And they're worried about it. So it's heading into UK. It's heading into UK, and it's going to be a problem, because not only did we have a problem last year here for growing crops, right? Texas was hit really hard. They're worried about the UK and Europe getting hit, which I've seen the effects of global warming. I've been studying it. It's a fact. Listen, this stuff is really happening, It's not hard to see. Open your heart. It's not hard. It's not hard to see. You gotta ask Jesus to help you see it, First ask him, if you don't have him in your life, first ask him to see yourself. Ask him to teach you to see yourself. See the real you, He will. He'll do it. Just be careful what you ask for. Don't ask for something that you're not ready for yet. You'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm saying. So everybody's in a different stage, What I'm saying might be my problem, might be, someone else's. It's different for them, but it's the same. It's a different fear, but it's the same mountain that we must all climb over. If you understand what it is that I'm trying to say. That's why Jesus said, faith the size of a mustard seed will move mountains. He's talking about people. Those people, they're so stuck in their ways, but when you have faith and they see it, right? They see it, they will follow. They will follow you. Therefore you're moving those mountains of grief. You're carrying their conscience, their load on your shoulders and giving it to God. And that's what God calls you to do. Because no one can get rid of suffering. God cursed us to suffer because Adam and Eve ate from the tree and was told not to do something, and they did it. Therefore, he had to curse it. He had to, because if he wouldn't have, right? If you read the story of Genesis, if he wouldn't have cursed us, there was the tree of life on this earth. God put a spiritual gate around it. Could you imagine if Adam and Eve, right? We ate, which we did, right? They ate from the tree that they, of knowledge and evil, right? And then, which was a hallucinogen. You gotta think about this. This was a chemical. This was a real tree, a tree that we have here right now. They ate from it. God cursed this earth, this planet. He cursed all of the universe. Because Jesus was the center. Jesus is the center. We are the center. If Jesus is the center, right, and we believe in Jesus, right, and we all are one, that means we are the center of the universe. Our soul is the center of the universe. Listen to what I'm saying. That's why you must be born of Jesus' Spirit for your soul to reach God. Because you were separated when he cursed us. And can you imagine if we would have ate from the tree of everlasting life? There was a tree that we were going to eat from. We were supposed to live on this earth forever. There was a tree that was called the tree of life. There was a tree that we could eat from, and we would have lived forever on this earth continually, perpetually. Think about that. A lot of people are saying aliens took it, or the government took it. The Bible says, I don't believe that. I believe what the Bible says. The Bible clearly says God put a spiritual gate around it. He put a spiritual gate around it. Because if we would have ate from that tree, right, if Lucifer would have conned us into eating that tree, or conned, Adam and Eve into eating that tree after they ate from the bad tree, the tree they told we're not to eat from, we would have been here on this earth forever, suffering. Think about that. You have to think about it, and I've been thinking about it really hard. It's crazy. But we're almost here, man. I'm almost to the plasma place, so, and it's already, you know, it's an hour video. It's about to cut off anyway, so yeah, think about what I said, man. I'm telling you, Jesus is real. He's in fact real. He's real. How can he not be? You know, put it in retrospect, put it in perspective. So that's why they call me Retrospect, you know. So, but y'all take care, man. Y'all have a good day, a blessed day. You know, I hope everything that I said, you know, reaches your heart and allows you to blossom and prosper in all the ways that, you know, you may be good at helping people, you know. You know, those gifts that you have, they're somebody use them. Somebody needs those gifts. They need you to teach them. They have those same gifts as you. That's what's going to bring you healing. That's the only way that's going to heal you. You must help others. That's the only way. God created us that way, because not only do we serve here, now when we go to the heavens, right, we'll be serving God there. We'll be working for him in the universe. You think if we live forever, right, if we go to heaven and live forever, would we just going to sit there? Are you just going to sit there? No. He's going to put us to work. He's going to put our glorified bodies to work. And what is he going to do? We're going to be conquering evil, same as we do here. It's only common sense, man, you know? So, but y'all take care, man. I am dipping this time. I am dipping. So, God bless.